One of the bigger items in the bill is to correct a problem that we've had with large utilities being able to start their renewable projects. Banks have been worried about outlier extreme scenarios where energy prices go super low for a long time and renewable contract payments would have to increase above what IPA had projected and result in delays in payments to renewable projects. This change in the bill would essentially signal to the banks that the IPA would honor the contracts, that they will get paid. And we are serious. We really want to make sure that these projects can get financed, built quicker. Wind and solar are cheaper than gas and coal, and we want to make sure that they can get on the grid. There has been a problem getting them on the grid, mainly because of these financing issues, the long queues, and that's one of the things that this bill is trying to address.
Yeah, so to your point about these projects not being able to get financed, Leader, in the world that most of us live in, if a project doesn't get financed, it's because it's not feasible to be a working project. And so to stand here on this House floor, chamber floor, and to make a statement that solar and wind is cheaper, but then we have to have all this state and federal legislation to prop it up, that's just simply not true. I don't know how you can make that statement. Yeah, please explain how that is possible without this legislation to prop it up. If these projects were sustainable, they were cheaper.
The issue with the financing is that they have not been had any security, and this bill is going to help with that. They're going to make sure that that they would get paid. So finances don't like to invest in things that they're not sure they're going to get paid.
So
with this change, the IPA, they will be assured that they will be paid.
Right. So all we're doing here to add security to these failing projects is to transfer or to put the burden on taxpayers, on ratepayers, one way or the other, to make sure that that the creditors are going to get paid on this thing.
This also extends high impact business designation to businesses establishing battery storage facilities in the state. They would then be eligible for tax incentives.
I want everyone to hear that. Since CEJA has been instituted, Ameren's rates in Southern Illinois have increased 50%. That's on business and homeowners. Also, I want to say this, that the Prairie State, they right now have a 90-day battery backup. You know what that is? It's a pile of coal in Southern Illinois. If the cap of 4.25% is removed, do you guarantee there will not be a rate increase for our consumers in the future?
Yeah, we do not expect a rate increase. Even if rates go slightly above the cost cap in 1 year, that money is essentially being kind of borrowed from the next year.
Somebody has to pay for the cost of this, right? And it is the consumer. It is our taxpayers, it is our ratepayers that pay for every bit of this bill. So if you think that you're not voting for an increase, a cost increase to taxpayers or to ratepayers, who is paying for this? Who do we think is paying for this? I am not opposed to new technology moving forward and new renewable energy, but it has to be able to produce itself. I'm all for that stuff. I've got a 12-year-old, I've got a 15-year-old. I want them to live in a clean environment. The reality is these new forms of technology have to be able to take care of themselves. Otherwise, all you're doing is putting additional burden on grandma who's already got a hard time trying to pay her rate bill right now.